Welcome back to another What's New video, guys, and we've had a stack of new gear arrive over the past week, and if you haven't heard about it already, the Nomad Squid Tracks has finally landed, and that's what we're going to start off on, because these things are absolutely epic. And if you've been on social media or YouTube or any of that stuff over the past week, I'm sure you would have seen something about these. So let's get stuck straight into the video and I'll give you a look at them. Now, as you can see behind me, there's an absolutely massive stack of Nomad lures, and they just keep producing unreal lures after unreal lures, and everything that they release is bloody awesome and it works. And I'm super excited to show you guys this one, which is the all new Squid Tracks. Now, I've already done a video on this one, which I'll link here, and you can watch that video if you like, but I'll also give you another quick look at it, and it's got to be probably the best soft plastic vibe looking squid imitation lure that I've ever seen. They have an ultra realistic action. They are going to be really good for our west coast fishing because we have a lot more rougher weather, we have a lot more current, and the good thing about the Squid Tracks is it's actually a little bit heavier and a little bit more of a slender profile than what the Vertrex was. So this one here is going to be really good for our fishing because it's going to get down there quicker. The color range is absolutely epic. These Squid Tracks are made from a soft TPE material, so it's actually a lot softer than the Vertrex. So as you can see, these tentacles super stretchy. They're actually really tough. You'll have to, like maybe a Norwest blowy might bite them off, but you know they're pretty bloody tough. Another really good design from Nomad. Great for our fishing. It's going to work awesome on jewfish, snapper. You take these things up north, rankin cod. I've seen quite a few red emperor already being caught on these. Some of the guys over east, they've been doing really well. They come fitted with really good terminal tackle. So we've got a really heavy duty BKK hook, and they're available in 4 sizes. So they have a 95, a 110, a 130, and this is the big one, the 150. Again, guys, really awesome range of colors. We've got the full range available at both of our stores, and you can also order them at tacklewest.com.au. But I'll link the other video that I did on them during the week so you can give you a little bit more of a look at them. But let's move on to the next product. While we're still over at the Vibe Wall, I thought I'd also I'm pretty sure I showed you guys these lures before, but we've just had a really good restock of them, and it's another vibe. So this is the Daiwa soft shell. Now I don't know I can't remember if I've done a video on these actually, but they're a really cool soft vibe. A lot smaller than the Vertrex, and it's probably going to be better for well, I mean, there's only one size, so it's really going to be like good for mulloway in the river. It's going to be really good for, this would actually be really good for snapper, but it is a different type of vibe to the Vertrex. But check this little thing out. It's got these little yabby nippers on it. Again, made out of that same or similar TP material, so super lifelike action. These things, they are, like I said, it is a different type of vibe. So it's actually got a wire through it. It's got like I don't know if you can see it too well in here, but it's got like a soft wire through it. So you can see how much more action this actually has. Whereas the Vertrex and the Squid Tracks, they both have a real solid weight system in them. So it really stiffens the vibe up a lot. Whereas this thing here, because it's just got that single wire through it, does have a weight in the front here, but the body is you can see how much the body moves. But this here, the new soft shell from Daiwa, we've just had a really good restock on these. The cool thing about them as well is they actually come in the packet with, if I can get it out here and show you, they come with a spare set of assist hooks. Now these assist hooks they're a BKK assist, and you can go and take one of the trebles off, or you can take both of the trebles off and rig it up with that assist hook. And even though these things look absolutely tiny, they're really strong. So you'd be surprised how much pressure you could actually put on that small little assist. One thing that the guys that have been using these assist hooks have been telling us as well is they actually prefer this assist hook over a lot of the other smaller pre-made assist, because these are actually tied Now if we can see that here, they're actually tied to a solid ring and then they have the split ring. Some of the other pre-made assists that are on the market, they're actually tied to the solid ring and they make it a lot harder to put it onto the lure. So just so you know as well, that little solid ring, yeah, you can see it's the assist is tied to that, and then we got the split ring. So anyway guys, that's the Daiwa Steez soft shell in a 90 size. A lot smaller than the Vertrex and a lot smaller than the Squidtrex, but that's another really cool vibe to check out. And we've got all the colors in stock, or you can order them at tacklewest.com.au. So
I don't even know anything about that.
right, so next up we're going to look at the we got these really cool BKK jackets in. They look pretty funky, and I just got Honsu to put one on and model it for you guys, because these things they're actually a really nice jacket. They're not too over the top expensive, but give us a look at it and tell us what you think about it, Honsu.
Right, so this is the new BKK soft shell jacket. It's got a...
It's a bit of a tight fit there, mate, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one too many beers. But yeah, it's a nice comfortable fit. Basically you got your Velcro cuffs. They're easily adjustable. You got nice smooth zips there. They're on spar. There's also have an overlap there, so that you shouldn't get anything underneath that's going to get caught up in the zip.
Give us a look at the hood. Give us a look at that hood, because the hood's actually pretty good.
The hood itself comes right over, because most hoods don't quite get over, and there's a bit of stiffness in the end there, just to keep the hoodies from flapping down on yourself. There's a bit of wire inside it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's actually
helps keeps it up. You're not wearing a hat, and then you got your pull cords here if you need to pull it down. But yeah, overall, it's quite a warm jacket that you can see inside here.
Oh, you even got a zipper in there.
Yeah, there's also an internal pockets. I don't know, for your keys or your wallet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the BKK soft shell jacket. They're available in blue, and they're also available if you just want to wear like a normal color like most of us. They're also available in black, and you can order them at our website as well. And we do have some of them in both stores. They're actually really popular, surprisingly, but and they're a good quality jacket. Like, they're only $169, and you know, I think that's pretty reasonable. But going to the brim side of things, we have a heap of extra new brim lures that have arrived. This section just continues to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. As you can see, we're at Beckenham, and we've just added another gondola here because we've actually just keep running out of room. But I'll set the camera up and I'm going to run you through some of these really cool new little lures that we've just got, and I think you're going to like some of them. Okay, so check out this little hard body. This thing is a little ripper. It's a 50mm, 3.5 gram suspending lure, and it's called an Imakatsu Wasp. Now, these have been around for a little while, but we've never stocked them before, and we just decided, well, we'll put them in. So they're a pretty nifty little diver. They dive down to about, I think it's about 1.5 meters. And they have a little, can you see it there? There's a little glass rattle in there. So, can you hear that? So they got a nice little rattle. And some of the colors that these things come in they really have a really nice finish on them. I quite like this translucenty gold. It's got an orange belly. This would be really good. Like, generally, if the water's a little bit dirty, I just love brim lures that have that orange belly. It just helps them stand out in the water. So that color there, if it's a little bit dirty, that's going to be a real winner. And I want to show you the red. I know by the time I get the video up, it's probably already, we're going to sell all the reds because the reds are the most popular. But take a look at that red. So that thing there is a pretty specky looking lure. It's got the little orange under the belly as well. But real nice. I think it's kind of like a carmine red, real similar to the zip baits. But that's the Imakatsu, the Wasp 50mm suspending hard body. There's a whole heap of colors. There's about 10, 12 different colors there. So that's going to be one that you'll definitely want to check out, guys. And this is not new again, but this is one that we've never really stocked before, but we do get asked for them, and we figured we'll put them in. As this brim section is... Okay. As this... security tags. As this brim section is continuing to get bigger, we're just going to keep putting more and more of the brands that you guys want in. So the OSP, you'll know OSP for their bent minnows, but we finally have the Dunks in. Now, the Dunks are a deep diving hard body. They're really good for fishing places like the Blackwood, where you want to cast your lure along the bank and really crank your lure down deep and work them deep along the drop-offs and along the snags. And you can see by the bib, they are an extra deep diver, and they really get down nice and deep. So OSP Dunks, we have a range of these in stock. These are, again, they're a 50 mil lure by the look of it. Is it 50? No, they're a 48 mil lure. So again, quite a good size. There's some really nice colors there. The gold's a really popular one, but I also do like this. I don't know if you can see it very well there, but it's kind of like a clear prawn. That's another real nice color, but to be honest, they don't have any bad colors in the range. But OSP Dunk, they're in stock. Again, there's about 5 or 6 colors in these. They're a suspending lure, so you can crank them down, jerk them, give them a little bit of a rip and pause, and the lure will just slowly suspend up. But OSP Dunk in the 48 mil, I'll link them below and you can check them out on the website. The other brand that we've got in, and I'm really keen to have these guys on board as well, is Jackall. So if you haven't seen these, I mean, most of the brim guys, if you're watching this, would have seen these before, but really cool Japanese brand. They're pretty famous for the chubbies, but I'll run you through the couple of different models that we've just got into store. Jackall's been around for a fair while now, and they're pretty famous for their chubby lures. So I'm sure if you do a bit of brim fishing, you definitely would have used one of these before or would have heard about one of these. But the Jackall Chubbies, they're an all-time favourite for a few brim guys. And they're quite a fat, small, little profiled lure. And they're available in a couple of different diving depths. So this one here is a shallow, so this will be good for use on right up on the flats, right up against like reeds, and working them around structure. They dive. Like I said, they're only a shallow diver. You can see the bib's not super deep, but that's the shallow version. Some really nice colours in those, and then they've also got the deep version. Now, again, this is another really popular Blackwood one. Even the guys down at like Walpole and Albany, fishing the drop-offs of the flats, like using these. And again, you can see quite a fat little chubby bodied lure. These ones have a rattle in them as well, which you can hear. So that's going to attract fish from a while away. They come standard with really, like these trebles that are on them, I don't know if you can see, but they're really good trebles. You don't need to upgrade them. Ready to fish straight out of the box. But that's the Jackall Chubby. We've got a range of colors in those, so I'll link them again on the website, so you can check those out. But let's move on to the next lure. So this one that I'm going to show you now, Matt didn't even want to get these in, and I said to him, we can't get Jackall in without getting these, and it's called the Squirrel. So this is a 61 mil jerkbait minnow. Now this one, I'm really familiar with this one because they're a bloody good lure. Really good. You can rip them, jerk them. They come in a really nice range of colors. They dive to a reasonable depth. They're not a super deep diver, but just a good all-round longer bait fish profile lure. And this color here, I reckon this is probably one of the best colors. I don't know what they call it. They call it clear shrimp, and I think that one there, yeah, it's definitely my favorite color. But real nice action on these. Easy to use. They cast well. They weigh 5/32 of an ounce, so I don't even know what that is, but they do cast well, and they slowly suspend as well. So Jackall Squirrel, that's one that you definitely want to check out if you want a slightly larger profiled lure. And again, we've got them in about at the moment there's about 6 or 7, might even be 8 colors down there, but some real nice colors to choose from. This is one that you're really going to want to try out because they look awesome, and it's called a Spy Tail. So it's a jointed swim bait stick bait. It's 70 mils long and they weigh 4.3 grams, and they just look absolutely unreal. They've got the little feather on the tail, and you know, you can see they're weighted so that I don't know if you can see the balls in there, but they're going to level sink, and then you can either let these things sink a little bit and rip them across the surface, or you can straight wind them and it'll actually, I don't know if you can see, it'll actually swim. But the Jackall Spy Tail, this is going to be really good. It is good for brim. It is slightly larger lure, and there's a lot more lure for the amount of hook, so you might struggle. Well, you might get a lot of hits with this lure and not as many hookups, but for giant herring, I mean, this thing, like, that has giant herring, little tailor written all over it, even flathead. I can see flathead absolutely nailing these. But if you want to try something different, check these out. This is the Jackall Spy Tail. We've got them in about 5 or 6 colors, so there's not a heap of colours there to choose from, but all the colours are pretty bloody nice. This one's the clown colour, and you know, that's going to stand out. It's got a nice reflection, you can see there. But that's a really cool little stick bait that I think, you know, it's just something slightly different to, you know, everything else that you see on the shelves, and it might be something that you want to give a bit of a run. The last little one we have from Jackall is this funky little thing here called a Piku. Available in 2 sizes. They're only small. This is a 65, or yeah, it's a 65, and they're also available in a 78. But these are a real funky top water lure, and you can see they have a toe point on the top here and a toe point at the very nose of the lure. But it's actually designed to be used from this side, and obviously it's not going to cast fantastically, but this thing, the action on this thing is unreal. And for top water brimming, you know, this is one lure you're going to want to try out. It's definitely something different, and you can still tie it on from this end if you want to, but it's actually designed to sit like that, and it'll sit with both ends below the surface, and you got the backs just out of the water, and it'll actually shake, and you flick your rod tip, and it's a real funky action. You need to check it out. There's some videos of it on YouTube, but that's one lure that's, you know, if you want to try something different, it's a Jackall Piku. We only have them in a couple of colors, but it's a new one to try out. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to show you, well, Honsu's going to show you, is pretty funky little tool that Honsu's got. He's actually been testing them at home in his bedroom, but here you go, give us a look.
On fish, actually.
On fish.
So it's called a Vex Gristle Gripper. I mean, by means it's not a new product, but it's not something that a lot of fishermen would use.
What does it do? Give us a look at it, Honsu.
So, if you got a fish like a dirty old blowy or a flathead's about to stab you, you pull out a sheath. You got this tongs-like contraption.
So
it helps you pick up your fish.
Just imagine what he gets up to with these. But the Vex Gristle Gripper, and it's got its own little
pouch or little sheath that you can actually wear on your belt,
or you can shoehorn,
or you can do as I say, screw it onto something. But yeah, basically ready to go.
So it's good for whiting, good for flathead. Yeah, the Gristle Gripper.
Gristle Gripper.
So it seems like this week it just is all about brim lures, and as our brim range continues to expand, we just keep adding more and more and more, and we're just running out of space, and it's just awesome. I just love it. But check this one out. So this is a Ecogear MW62F. So another shallow diving jerkbait minnow. These will dive, I think you can get these almost down to 1 meter, depends on you know, how heavy your line is and how you retrieve them. But a real nice 62 mil floating jerkbait. It's going to be great for fishing the flats. As like all Ecogear, the quality of these, like the finish is, you know, is top notch, and they're not over the top expensive. This probably my favorite color, the 307 bony herring. You can't really go wrong with that, but they come kitted with good quality. I don't think they're owner on the Ecogear, but they are, can you see that, are reasonably good quality trebles. But yeah, another nice shallow diving jerk bait. We've got a heap of colors in these, so I'm just going to show you a couple of them if that camera wants to focus. Look at that one, that there, that's actually a really nice bait fish pattern. Are we focusing? Yep. But yeah, that's the Ecogear MW62F. You can check all those out in store. This thing's giving me the shits. Or you can go onto our website and I'll have these all loaded on there as well. Oh. The last two lures that I'm going to show you in this week's video are blades. Now, oh, we got some focus, there we go. So these have been around for a fair while now, these ones, and this is the Ecogear VX blade. This is probably one of the original blades to hit the market back in the day, and these things are really another really good lure that's great for fishing flats and great for search fishing. So if you're just walking the bank and you're just trying to cover a lot of ground, the blades are really good because you can cast long distance, you work them reasonably fast, and they just catch fish. You can also use them out of the boat fishing deeper water, but these we've got the full range in 35 and 40 mil sizes, and you know, some really nice looking colors to choose from. But again guys, if you just want another lure to add to your tackle box and try something new, give these a shot because they do catch fish and they're really super easy to use. Anyway guys, that's it for this week's video. If you like these videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and I'll link all these products in the description below, so if you want to check any of them out, you can go on the website, or you can come in store and check out our massive range that just continues to get bigger and bigger as every week passes. But thanks guys, and we'll see you in the next one.